You're listening to Weekend Game Plan on TSN 690.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space.
Weekend Game Plan gets out into the community with Suburban Newspaper sports editor Mark Lidbetter and the Amateur Sports Report.
Remember, sports at thesuburban.com if you want to get in touch with Mark for this weekly segment or for the weekly newspaper. How you doing, Mark?
Excellent. Hey, you guys got to get your ping pong on, you know.
I know. We didn't have time this morning. We had this thing called work. We had some extra items. When there's no news going on, Mark, you got to work harder to find the stories.
Nah, I'm a lazy person.
Okay. All right. All right, Mark, let's start with a little baseball.
Yep. Senna Catterall's dream of playing for Canada will come true next month, as her baseball future looks very bright indeed. The 17-year-old Pierre Fond native is one of 20 players named to Canada's national baseball women's team, which will compete at the Women's Baseball World Cup qualifier in Aguascalientes, Mexico, from August 18th to 25th. And she was one of 4 Quebecers chosen. Catterall was selected from a group of 25 players who competed in a 3-day selection camp in Okotoks, Alberta. And Canada manager Aaron Mayette particularly appreciates the defensive versatility that the team gets from Senna, whose preferred position is center field because she can take the most of her speed, but she's capable of playing any position, including catcher. And Senna's just as versatile as an all-around athlete, having played hockey, soccer, and flag football for St. Thomas High School, and she will continue playing hockey for John Abbott College this fall.
Oh, very, very cool story, especially playing for John Abbott. That's where I went. All right, Mark, let's get on to the national scene. We'll continue on with the national scene here, some Olympic and Paralympic stuff.
Yeah, because this is a big weekend. Canada's Olympic and Paralympic heroes, including Andre DeGrasse, Dorval's Brent Lakatos, Alicia Newman, Derek Drouin, and Brittany Crew are taking part in the 2019 Canadian Track and Field Championships, which got underway at Saint-Claude-Robillard on Thursday, and they'll wrap up tomorrow. And the competition is fierce for the prestigious honor of being crowned national champion, but as well as earning a place on the national team for the 2019 IAAF World Championships and the 2019 World Para-Athletic Championships. But this is also a huge event for the Olympic and Paralympic hopefuls, as the Tokyo Games are a year away. Now, ones to watch today include Alicia Newman in the pole vault final, Aaron Brown in the 200-meter semis, Michael Mason in the high jump final, and Felicia George in the 100-meter final, while Sunday stars include Sage Watson in the 400-meter hurdle final, Tim Nadal in the shot put final, Alexandra Treasure in the high jump final. Tickets for the event are as low as $20, and there's free admission for children 12 years of age and under when they're accompanied by adults. Now, go to athletics.ca and you can find out all about this impressive meet and see some future Olympians and Paralympians compete.
All right. This is something that doesn't get a ton of coverage, but always very interesting here for a hockey market.
Yeah, and getting to host a national championship is sweet. Dominating in the championships is priceless, and it was priceless for Montreal area teams when the Canadian Ball Hockey Men's B, C, and D championships came to a close last Sunday at the Bill Dernan Arena. When all was said and done, Montreal teams took gold and silver in the men's B and C finals and gold in the D title match. Now, in the B final, Montreal GK bested Montreal Black Knights 5-1, rolling off 5 unanswered goals, including a pair by Philippe Généreux. The C final saw the Punishers squeak by the Capitals 3-2, winning in the final 5 seconds of regulation time on Angelo Cavallis' goal, and the Montreal A's blanked the Port City Alpine Pigeons 5-0 to take the men's D gold championship. So, I mean, some really great action, and, there are junior programs, there are world championships, so it's a very competitive sport. It's not your average street hockey.
All right, we'll stick with hockey here, but get back on the ice.
Yeah, and with the Quebec Major junior hockey team set to open training camps, I want to wish John Goyens all the best, as the longtime head coach of the Lac St. Louis Lions takes the helm of the Q's Baie-Comeau Drakkar as the organization's 11th head coach. Now, Goyens was with the Lions for 10 years, where his team won the Jimmy Ferrari Cup twice, including in 2016 with current Drakkar captain Gabriel Fortier from Lachine. He also has a pair of bronze medals from TELUS Cup appearances. And this will be the second time Goyens has been with a team in the queue, because he was an assistant coach and video coach with the long-gone Lewiston Maniacs in 2008-2009. Now, John will step behind the bench for the first time as head coach on August 18th when the Drakkar hosts the Chicoutimi Saguenayens in preseason play. So I hope him all the best. He's a really good coach, and he's a player's coach.
Yeah, John Goins, heard him a couple of times as a guest analyst on the Play It Again radio show during the hockey seasons right after us here on TSN 690 on Saturday mornings, and just phenomenal in terms of his hockey knowledge and demeanor and the way that he delivers and communicates his hockey message. So congratulations to him. That's a great call out by you. sports@thesuburban.com is the email address if you want to get in touch with Mark for this weekly segment or for the weekly newspaper. What are you covering this weekend, Mark?
Well, I'll probably be out to track and field championships because there are a lot of local athletes from the different clubs competing. And
is that Claude Robillard?
Yeah, Claude Robillard, today and tomorrow, all the disciplines, some really good stuff. And also, to answer to your question, too, you were talking about NBA players coming back. Bill Wennington was here last in 2011 when he was introduced into the Panthéon de Sports de Québec.
There you go.
He had an event with the with the West Island Lakers.
There you go.
Out here with the kids from the West Island.
Of course, Mark Lidbetter would know that. There you go. Former Bulls center and championship winner in the NBA, back here in 2011. Thanks so much, Mark.
My pleasure. Have a great week, gentlemen.
There you go. That's Mark Lidbetter from the Suburban Weekend Game Plan on TSN 690. A whole other hour to come here. We'll get to Matt Cause a little later on, the most electrifying guest on sports radio from TSN 1050. We'll talk some CFL with him, a little MLB as well. But up next, get your fantasy football books out, a little pencil and pad perhaps. We'll take some notes from The Athletic. Chris Meany, a fantasy expert, gives us his take. Zeke Elliott holding out for the Cowboys. What should you do? Draft him or not?